Episode 3 of The Ranting Redhead. Welcome back. I'm Aiden, and today I'm going to tell you about what not to say to a woman that you like. Sometimes when I get bored at work, I write lists. I keep a notebook with me, just a little pad, and I write lists when I get bored. I write down just random jokes, and I was like, I've had some pretty shitty experiences with women. Why don't I write down a list of what not to say to a woman after she says, I love you? And I have over 20 things not to say. And trust me, these are things that probably would get you slapped and you'd be single. And I'll give you a little teaser. I'm not going to say what, but I did say one of these to a woman once. And I'm not going to tell you which one. You'll have to guess for yourself. All right. So I'm going to give you a scenario. I'll say I love you, and then I'll say what I wrote down. I have over 20 of these, so enjoy. I love you. Oh, so you have a fat fetish. I love you. Wow, a woman told me she loves me, and she didn't take batteries or cost $7.99 a minute. I love you. Stop fantasizing about your ex. I love you. Fine, you don't have to cook tonight. I love you. I love you too. Now will you get your tubes tied, please? I love you. Put your kid up for adoption and I'll tell you I love you too. I love you. I love you. Get a job and you'll hear my response. I love you. Look, I'm no Einstein, but I think I figured that one out already. I love you. Ha! I knew it. Alright, see you later. I love you. Duh, most people do. I love you. Hey, remember that time Princess Leia said, I love you to Han Solo? And then Han said, I know. That was awesome. I love you. Does this mean I get... Let me rephrase that. I love you. Does this mean I can finally stop buying you crap? I love you. Yeah, now put your mask back on. You look better that way. I love you. That would mean so much more if I could remember your name. I love you. That would mean so much more if your tits were bigger. I love you. Yeah, and how many guys have you told that to today? I love you. All that weight you've gained is really getting to your head. I love you. Yeah, I love you too. Now, can we get back to the movie, please? I love you. Are you a prostitute that my friend hired? And lastly, but not least, I love you. Really? How many antidepressants are you on? The things I come up with when I get bored at work. So, take my advice. Say I love you first so you don't look like the bad guy, because you're bound to screw up. I have never successfully been able to say that to a girl back. Mostly because most girls don't say that to me. Like I said, I said one thing on that whole list. I'm not going to say which one it was, but if you know me, you can probably guess which one. But yeah, I always find that I end up saying the wrong thing to any woman that I'm attracted to. That or I never say anything. I'll give you an embarrassing story, but this is actually pretty funny. So I work at a grocery store, and there was this woman in. She was actually really cute. And she was being very friendly with me, laughing at anything I said, even though I wasn't saying anything funny. So even though I'm very oblivious when women are hitting on me, I'm like, okay, she's definitely trying to get my attention. I'm assuming that, or I'm the most hysterical man on the planet, which I'm not ruling out the possibility, but she then started going about her way. This is at a self-checkout, mind you. And I'm thinking in my head, it feels like 5 minutes, but it probably was 30 seconds. I'm in my head going like, go say something to her. Just say something to her. Go. Why not? You never say anything. Just go. Take a chance. Why not? And I'm thinking, well, what the hell do I say to her? Because she's wearing a mask, a hat, and she has a big coat. So I can barely see her. I can't even really see her face. I can hardly see her eyes. So I was like, what do I compliment her on? Think. And then I noticed something. She had these really big hoop earrings on, but not like a hooker kind. They were actually really nice. They probably would have looked really pretentious on somebody else, but she pulled it off nice. And I'm like, give her a compliment on her earrings. I'm like, okay, just said something simple. I was like, hey, those are very interesting earrings. They look nice on you. She goes, oh, thank you. Right there is good. But but then I really blew it. I said something really embarrassing and I told her without even thinking properly. I said to her, "You ever see you ever see the movie Planes, Trains and Automobiles?" And she goes, "Yeah, I have." And I'm like, "Remember when the main guy sold the shower curtain rings as earrings?" She got really silent after that and left. And there was no defense for what I said. I don't know why I said it. And immediately after I said it, it was instant regret. It was not the most pleasant thing a woman wanted to hear. But hey, I didn't call her a hooker. I could have, but I didn't. I had some restraint, so I'm growing as a human. But anyway, don't ever tell a girl that her earrings look like shower curtain rings. Because you will not ever speak to that person again. I have learned my lesson. Not to say that, but who knows? Maybe today I'll say something even dumber. But that's another thing. Don't ever. I'm a big movie guy, and I've noticed something. Never bring up a movie to a woman, because most of the time the movies that men like, women do not. And of course, you can like whatever you want, whether you're a man or a woman. A woman can like action, a guy can like romance. But most of the time, I'd be pretty hard pressed to find a man who likes the movie The Notebook. And I don't think most women like Rambo. So, never ever bring up movies to women that guys like. You have to bring up something very sensitive, but something current. You gotta do something current, because most girls like I said, I'm 20. Most girls my age haven't ever seen When Harry Met Sally. I'm willing to bet. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I don't know what movies girls like. If you're a girl, tell me what you like, but you also got to be around my age. If you're like 40 and you're listening, well, thanks for listening, but I don't want to hear your opinion right now. It's of no interest to me. But yeah, if you're a girl around my age, please tell me what kind of movies you like. I really want to know. Something else I noticed, a lot of women lately. Of course, when I was in high school, I loved like big superhero movies. Now I don't. And it's weird to see people that I grew up with still like them, because they're just the same thing over and over. But that's a whole other tangent. But I'm fine. That's the only other thing that I see a lot of girls my age tend to like is Disney, Marvel stuff, and new Star Wars. And I think I'm an alright actor, but I can't say that I like those movies. Not with a straight face. But yeah, that's my opinion. Never bring up a movie to a woman. Never tell a woman that her earrings look like shower curtain rings. Because it will be the biggest mistake of your life, and all your coworkers will make fun of you. But like I said, I thought it was funny. It was not the best thing to say, though. So right now I'm actually scrolling through this little memo book that I keep at work, and I found this one joke that there's no real context for it. It's just something that I write when I'm bored, just to keep myself laughing. And I'm going to share this one with you. There must have been a girl who was pretty hot, but, well, the joke will kind of explain what she looks like. I just randomly wrote down, gee, her tits are so small they probably only contain half and half. I'm a terrible person. No wonder women aren't attracted to me. Oh, I remember the context for this joke. Okay. There was a girl who I was attracted to, and I saw her in the store, and she got a little bit uglier over time. I hadn't seen her in a hot second, and well, I felt the need to make fun of her. It's always great to make fun of people. Am I alone in thinking that it's so gratifying to see the person that you had a crush on growing up, then you see them after a few years and they don't look like how they used to. They went from, let's say, an 8 or a 9 down to a 6. Like only 1/4 of the girls that I were attracted to are still pretty hot, but the rest of it, it's like, yikes, you might want to put on a little more makeup there. But hey, I'm no prize myself. I just have the courage to admit it. But anyway, I think that's how I'm going to end my episode today. And don't forget, if one of my episodes hits 500 views, I will get a therapist to come in here and give me a full therapy session. I think you'll be very interested on what I'd have to say. But that's a whole other discussion. So thanks for listening. Tune in next time. I'll see you later.